Hey girls, load the spaceship. Out of space, out of world, out of galaxy with a different girl. Silicone, a TPE, it really don't matter which one it be. My mind keep visualizing future times, beautiful Android girls surrounding me. Filling my cup, full of joy, keep my life full of glee. Plenty ups, never down, the way that life's supposed to be. But unfortunately, if she a Terminator, then I'ma have to terminate it. Gotta get rid of negative vibes, gotta go through negative foes, gotta block out negative voices, gotta get rid of negative souls. Had some people get discorded, just ignored it. Destiny is more important, so I just had to abort it. Had some people get discorded, just ignored it. Destiny is more important, so I just had to abort it. Yeah. Find me with my dogs in my solitude. Watch my family grow from 4 into a multitude. Been living it below sea level, finna rise to another altitude. Been searching, seeking knowledge, but all the time I had the aptitude. I flipped my mindset to the switch to say I will not lose. Mama said them sticks and stones won't break my bones, I never bruise. Whenever it come to trouble, man, the girls pull a tongue, we always cruise. I heard other dog owners get it out for me, but it ain't no news. I got 4 in the dough in Memphis so they can get the blues. If you need a few clues that blow off your under rules, send your compliment to the new girls I got coming through. Send your compliments to the new girls I got coming through. Out of space, out of world, out of galaxy with a different girl. Silicone, a TPE, it really don't matter which one it be. My mind keep visualizing future times, beautiful Android girls surrounding me. Filling my cup, full of joy, keep my life full of glee. Plenty ups, never down, the way that life's supposed to be. But unfortunately, if she a Terminator, then I'ma have to terminate it. Gotta get rid of negative vibes, gotta go through negative foes, gotta block out negative voices, gotta get rid of negative souls. Out of space, out of world, out of galaxy with a different girl. Out of space, out of world, out of galaxy with a different girl. Out of space, out of world, out of galaxy with a different girl. Silicone, a TPE, it really don't matter which one it be. Yeah. What up, what up, what up? It's your boy, Jada King Hefner and the beautiful Himawari. And we're back again for another episode of the Dog King Power Hour. And like the song say, out of space, out of world, out of galaxy with a different girl, silicone, a TPE. It really don't matter which one it be. Yeah, in the house, baby, for another Dog King Power Hour, man. Look, back again. God bless everybody that's tuning in wherever you are. You know, whatever time zone you in. God bless your dreams, your health, your wealth. You know what I'm saying? Hey, whatever you're hoping for, we're praying that you have it. More importantly, we thanking you that you even tuning in, baby. So tonight, man, look, coming at you a little bit earlier, getting close back to the original time, because I like to start this show closer to 12 o'clock in the morning, my time. So, you know, we easing back towards the right time for the power hour, baby. I can't lie, my sleep pattern sort of been thrown off since I did this biking for companion dog video, which is I can't have that. You know, I got to be able to combat that because although I'm living my dream right now with my companion dogs, God's putting new dreams in my heart about what to do in my life and, you know, things to do. And a lot of it does have to do with biking. And I can't be affording to having these 2 and 3 days and 4 and 5 day recovery periods. So something I got to work on. But either way, glad you're here. Welcome to the Dog King Power Hour. Let me see who won for today. Atalia Barclay in the house. What up, Atalia? Yeah. Atalia Barclay. So we got a brand. I think this is Atalia's first time winning the Dog King Power Hour. What I mean by that is whoever gets here first on the Dog King Power Hour live show, I write their name down in the book because I say when God blesses me with overflow, I'm going to give $1 away, a companion dollar away a year. But in case I run across somebody that doesn't want a companion dollar, I try to find something else to send them, or if they want to gift their win to somebody else, that's fine as well. But I'm keeping up with this book because I believe that this dream is going to happen. It's already happened. So whenever that moment comes where overflow is here, I'll be able to because overflow, for all those who don't know, that means that, guess what? That means my needs are met. I have, I'm contributing back to my show, making the production what I want it to be. I'm able to keep the show going without having to worry about it, meaning my bills are paid and things of that nature. And guess what? Under those circumstances, you know, I know how it is, wanting your first dog, not being able to afford it yet, or things of that nature. And I just think it'd be cool to be able to offer some lucky viewer a free dog, a whole dog. Now, like I say, uh, I'm praying that I be in uh, such overflow where I actually be able to handle the shipping as well. But I say, if nothing else, I would like to at least be able to say, hey, here's a dog. Only thing you got to do is pay the shipping. So that would be the very most I would be looking to tell you that you might have to pay. But other than that, I would pray that I come into such overflow where I can take care of that too, no matter where you are. So Hellboy Hendrix in the house says, hey Jay, what up? Much love, bro. Don't stop, keep grinding. Thank you, Hellboy. Hey, look, my mom always told me, and even, hey, God, always whispered to me, look, you cannot depend on others to root you on, to cheer for your dream or anything like that. But when people do, I accept it, and it's a blessing. And I do the same to you. That's why I open this show, rooting you on, telling you I believe in your dreams. Because although we can't depend on that, it does help people to, it helps us to hear people say, hey, you can do it. You can do it. Keep going. Keep going. So thank you, Hellboy. Appreciate you. And God bless you and everybody else out there that's chasing their dreams, living their dreams. Ataya says, I look forward to seeing your stream when I get out of work. Makes for a great night. Thank you, Ataya. And I appreciate your consistent support, everybody's consistent support out there. Like I say, I got a shadow team out there, the Dog King Army, the team within a team. Like I say, I don't like bringing anything negative up or troubles up, but for the moment, uh, uh, my shows has sort of got tied up as far as some type of technical things behind the scene where you can't contribute live via live chat or super chat or super sticker right now. Something's tied up with my monetization, but it's going to be opening really soon. But until that time happens, it's actually for the better because it'll come directly to me. You can always donate to the show via PayPal or Cash App under my about in my YouTube about section. Or you can also donate in every description of my video. I have a link for Biking for Companion Dogs, which I did a event for Biking for Companion Dogs trying to raise money. Of course, I didn't get to the goal, but I appreciate everybody who has already donated. But that's why I still had a link and it's still active. But I also be doing a lot of other biking things in the future because that's my main mode of taking care of me and the girls right now, my main mode of transportation. And although it could be seen as a setback, I see it as a setup for another blessing. It's something else that I actually love to do. I always used to fall back on my bike when I had car troubles, but man, a new dream has erupted in my heart. So it's like it's a pleasure to be able to ride my bike right now. I'm looking to do a lot of other great things. Me and the girls are going to evolve going forward, doing a lot of different adventures. So also, I can't wait till one day when God blesses me back to have a car again to be able to go out on adventures with the girls. But that's all coming. It's all coming. Like I always tell you guys, embrace whatever transition you're in. It's only temporary. And a lot of the times, most of the time, and all the time, let me just say that you're getting prepared for something bigger in your life and you don't realize it. That's all. Because I was tripping. I was telling myself this the other day. I was like, man, Jay, look what type of new dream God put in your heart. It's just like the companion dog dream, you know. This dream still seems so big to me, you know, where I want to go with my dream and, you know, helping people. It seems so overwhelming. But now, as far as biking in my life, uh, and that has something to do with the girls because guess what? Everything that I do, you know, I have the girls in mind, you know. Uh, so with all that said, I have another dream with this biking thing that I haven't revealed yet. I will reveal in time, but it's just as big and it seems just as unreachable as anything with my companion dog dream. But I already know, just like I tell you, when you dreaming of something that seems too big, it means you're dreaming the right thing. Guess what? You probably can't do it, but through God, you can do all things. Remember that. So, uh, I called this video Going Down the Right Path. And I'm gonna tell you why. Um, I made a video my reset Sunday of the week, and it was called Where Am I Going? Now, the real title I really wanted to do was Where the Hell Am I Going? Because that's what I said in the video, but I just left it as Where Am I Going? Uh, just to make it a good, clean title. Uh, but in that video, I was talking about how, you know, on my biking, since I do have a biking dream as well now tied to my companion dog lifestyle. And I've been watching biking videos and things of that nature of several people. And one of the guys I've watched is a cool guy named Ryan Van Duzer. Honestly, it's so funny. He almost reminds me of a bike version of myself, but I don't. And what I mean by that is he's always talking positive. Now we don't say the exact same message or anything like that. Uh, but I do like the fact that most of his messages are pretty much positive messages, you know, about hey, you know, he doesn't really mention his faith or anything, but he does mention, hey, just embracing life. So it was so funny, man, when I ran across this video where he was just breaking down pretty much because I explained it in this video that I did on Reset Sunday. And I'm only talking about that one first because, like I said, I didn't have any comments on it. It was well watched. It's for you know, for how my videos rate. It was well watched and well received. It seems like it, but just nobody commented. So I thought it was appropriate to start the show off about it. But I talked about in that Reset Sunday that I empathize with people very well. I like to put myself in their positions and just feel what they feel, man. And I do it very easily without thinking about it. And I've went to this zone on my bike before. So I was sort of envisioning this. I was watching a video of his, and it was a beautiful landscape because he, you know, it's crazy. I see so much of myself in this guy because he sort of says the same thing with his dream. He was like, man, I just really love bikes, love bike riding. And man, I just wanted to just document myself riding bikes. And uh, I dreamed of one day just being able to just do this, you know, being able to just, you know, continue to do this, you know, as much as you know, as much as possible and and just do my channel. And I think he sort of alluded to he finally has gotten to that point to where now he just does his bike tours and things of that nature. Uh, and without revealing you and telling you what my dream is, but my dream it's a big dream. It's a big dream concerning things that he does. But I know I was watching him ride his bike and he was in the middle of nowhere. And I was like, man, I know when I'm riding my bike, even just for some miles, sometimes you can look down the road and you know, the human part of you comes out and you'll be like, man, what the hell am I doing? You know, what, you know, what am I doing out here? And I just put it to you like this. I enjoyed my bike ride when I did biking for Campaign Dogs when I drove 100 miles. But it's just that human part that comes out of you. Like at some point in the ride, I also think the enemy tries to discourage you. It starts saying, like, man, what are you out here for? Man, you riding, don't nobody see you, don't nobody care that you ride. What I mean? You hear all these little voices in your head. Like, man, look down the road, man. You really think you finna make it this far? You finna make it all the way home? All these little tricks that goes across your head. And so when I was watching this video, I said, man, I know even though it's beautiful out there, he got a great bike, to ride. Cause I promise you, man, it's nothing better than being in nature, having a good bike under you, man. And like I say, I love my bike, and it's basically a Cyema, meaning that it's a good bike. When I bought it, it was considered a good bike, but it's not a top end bike. Cause I was doing research recently, man, and these top end bikes are like real dogs. I mean, you get a bike for $13,000. I mean, these type road bikes and bikes made for adventure and stuff, so they can go up pretty pricey. But he has a good bike, but it makes a difference, man. It's nothing like having a great bike, but he has a good bike and all that. But he's in the middle of nowhere, and I was like, you know what? At some point, even if this is what you choose to do, I know you got to ask yourself, what the hell am I doing out here? I know that question is popping in your head. And on Reset Sunday, I really equated that to life because you don't have to be on your bike. I know I've been in that situation so many times in life where you choose to do something, take a job, go down the right path, go down another path, take a certain class in college or school, or date a certain person or whatever it may be. And you'll find yourself asking the same question of what the hell, if not what am I doing out here, what the hell am I doing? You can just stop right there. What the hell am I doing? And it was just so funny that 2 seconds later, when I said that he should be saying that, he actually did say it. And it just had me laughing because I said, man, I wasn't wrong when I was reading him. But it made for a great moment because it gave me the idea for that Reset Sunday. Because we do come to those points in life where we ask ourselves, what the hell are we doing out here? But the name of this show is Going Down the Right Path, because even when you think you've taken a wrong turn, you're always going down the right path that God wants you on. Believe me, you might make mistakes. You might trip over your own feet. You might make what you think is a bad decision, but it ends up growing you, preparing you for another moment, molding you for your true destiny. You may can't see it right now, but it's on the way. And the only thing that can stop you from getting there is you, if you just continually talk yourself out of getting there. But if you can finally wake up one day and realize that, man, you know what? Everything I've went through is making me who I am, building me. That girl that I broke up with, guess what? It was meant for, hey, I don't hate her, nothing. Hey, all that stuff help build me, help me grow, help me learn things. Or if you a woman and a man left you, guess what? Good riddance. Learn from it, keep pushing. It didn't tear you down. It made you a better person. You lost a job. Man, if I still had that job, I'd be better. Nah, bro. If you ain't there, you ain't meant to be there no more. It was time for it to be over. I don't care how much money you was making. It was time for it to be over. You got new lessons to learn in this life. And so that's what this show is. Not a Reset Sunday. But I did want to start off talking about that Reset Sunday video and say, when you ask yourself, what the hell am I doing out here? Guess what? Or what the hell am I doing? Just realize you going down the right path. Austin Patton says, good morning. So either way, I want to share a little bit of that video with y'all right quick though. I did set that up to share y'all the video that I saw that that motivated that Reset Sunday. I think it's just it's a funny little saying, so you can see what motivated me. So I'm gonna share that with y'all right quick before we get into the other videos. This should be a nice little bullet of a Dog King Power Hour. It's not a ton of comments because I've been doing a lot of live streams, not videos. There's more comments on videos all the time because they're shorter and people see them and they comment. Whereas with a live stream, a lot of you guys may end up in here with me, so you don't always have to comment. But it's neither here nor there. Hey, it's cool. No matter how long it is, it's going to be a great time because it's been many a time where I say the Power Hour going to be short and it end up being longer than ones that I say is going to be long. So here it is right here. Okay, yeah, y'all can see it. Okay, guys. Once again, this is the video that motivated my Reset Sunday. I was watching a biking video of this guy Ryan Van Duzer, and if you like biking, he'll be a cool guy to go subscribe to just to check out some of his adventures and stuff. But this was him on a biking trail, and he asked himself that question: "What am I doing out here?" And as you can see, he's in the middle of nowhere.
Poco a poco, little by little. Today's one of those trying days. Not every day is a triumph. You gotta have these rough days where you question what the hell you're doing out here. I'm definitely questioning it. That'll all change when I get to the next town and have a nice cold soda.
Okay, look where he going. Look. That's what I was saying. When you look down a road like that, right? Now, for being a viewer, I'm gonna be honest with you. The landscape looks beautiful to me. It's got that nice coloration. You see the mountains in the background. And I'm gonna be honest, as a bike rider, I'm not this level of bike rider yet. I haven't done anything like this yet or anything. But I'm just saying, as a bike rider, I know some people can look at you on your bike and they don't even really think about that you're actually putting effort into moving. Your bike is moving because you're pedaling. You can not really take that into account. But when I look at a video like this, it's easy to sort of, you hear the rocks crumbling and the wheels turning. It can sort of get you into it like, oh man, this is sort of cool. But I go a deeper level when I get to empathize and I put my mind in the mind of a bike rider. See, you only capture moments on your camera. So you're riding your bike, you're trudging along, and then guess what? You got to pull your camera out to capture moments like this. But I know even I've thought in between pulling out the camera, like, man, they don't even realize, hey, how much huffing and puffing, or how long you might have been riding, because they can only show you a glimpse of the ride, man. You can't show anybody a 80 million hour video of every step of your ride. So it's just sort of funny how you may see a few of the happy times, but you don't see all the times that you're working really hard. So when I see a video like this, I promise you, when I first saw this road, after he said that, I said, see, this is what I'm talking about. When you look down a road like this, as a viewer, it looks beautiful. But as a rider, he's probably thinking like, man, your destination is somewhere down that road, but it's nowhere in sight. And here's the thing, one thing, it's one thing you know for sure. You ain't getting nowhere you trying to get unless you keep on pedaling. If you don't keep on pedaling that bike, you ain't getting where the hell you trying to get. Now, I know that sounds like a simple concept. You might be saying, Jay, I know you got to keep pedaling. But now, what I'm saying is when you're on the bike, it's a bit different because you riding the bike, right? And even if you do get super tired or something, I ain't saying you can't ever take a small break, but I'm saying ultimately, you know in the back of your mind of, especially when you somewhere like that, especially if you, and I haven't been anywhere like that per se, but I have been out, like even on that 100-mile trip that I just went on. Well, yeah, I could probably, I was in a different position than him because I could have called family, but man, I wasn't trying to bother anybody. Look, it wasn't their bike ride. If I had a guy stranded. But I always put my mind in the mind frame of, Jay, what if you are somewhere where you don't have any help? Because you always got to be thinking like that. People aren't always going to be around to help you sometimes. So you always got to just be thinking like, okay, man, what would I do if I'm all alone? Well, if you're in a situation like he is, you could probably eventually get somebody to come out there. But bro, ain't nobody running out there no time soon. If you don't keep paddling, your ass is just out there. Ain't nobody running to come get you. And so that's what I mean. Hey, and then guess what? You can't afford to stay in one spot too long, because especially being on my latest little adventures, he may not want to ride 100 miles or wherever he may not want to ride to. But guess what? He better ride as far as he can, because it ain't nothing coming for him but the nighttime. And I've gotten away with some night riding here in the city because of city lights and things of that nature. But you don't want to be riding down the street like that at nighttime or down a dog trail or anything like that. You want to be wherever, you want to have your tent put up or in a hotel room or something. So I just thought it was funny. I'm going to play it one more time where he was just like, man, what the hell am I out here for? Because this is just a moment in life where everybody asks that question, man. What the hell am I out here for? I love it. Ha!
Oh. Poco a poco, little by little. Today's one of those trying days. Not every day is a triumph. You gotta have these rough days where you question what the hell you're doing out here. Questioning it. That'll all change when I get to the next town.
I can't lie, man. I love this. I love that video when he says that, man. That man was like, hey, what the hell am I doing? Because like I said, if you watch his videos, you would know he doesn't talk like that. So for him to get to that point, he was discouraged. I was like, yeah, man. Because see, man, it's crazy, man. With this new dream the guys put in my heart, and like I say, there's an X out of my companion dog dream. It really goes along with it, because like I say, now I bike to keep me and the girls alive. So they may not be with me on the bike, but they're with me in spirit. I do think of them. But with this new dream God put in my heart, I've sort of talked about it to this extent where I didn't push it off. Just much like I didn't do with the companion dog dream that started coming to my heart, man. Before, I would have big dreams and I'd be like, man, I can't do that, man. Let me just focus back on going to work like we always do. But I allow myself to dream with my companion dog dream. I've done it before, but I really allow myself to dream with my companion dog dream and just let God blow me where he wants to blow me. And I promise you, I thank him for every step of that. So when this biking dream started coming to my heart, I started like, man, this stuff seems so big. Can I even do half of this? It's the human part of me. I know I can do all things through God. But I said, you know what? I'm not going to fight it, man, because if I want to go, if I want to go to my ultimate destiny, and if you want to go to your ultimate destiny, You can't be putting off the dreams to come in your heart because you think they're too big. You got to go ahead and reach for them. But I know, like I say, even when I've taken my small adventures, even around the city, you know, riding for miles and miles, I mean, your body still is going to be telling you at some point it doesn't want to do that. It's going to be like, man, I don't want to keep riding. You know what I'm saying? But it's so joyful and I get so much out of it. But I'm just saying my body will say that. So I know when I saw him way out there in the middle of nowhere, I said, yeah, I know his body, his mind, you know, the terrain, all this stuff. Because, man, I know even in the city, the terrain can be rough on my bike. And the terrain out there, I'm like, yeah, man, I know it's some trials and tribulations out there. So, like I say, it was just, that whole video was relevant because it just had me laughing because it had him saying, man, what the hell am I doing out here? Just like I thought that he should have been saying. And back to you guys. Remember, you are going. Now, whenever you ask yourself that question, follow it up with, you know what? I might be asking myself, what the hell am I doing out here? But I know I'm going down the right path for my life. It may not seem like it, but I am. So tell yourself that every time. Austin Patton says, I walk uphill and ride downhill. I love that, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's sort of like how it is with bikes, man. You work to get up that uphill, man. You work and work and work, and sometimes that uphill bigger than you think it is. But man, I'm gonna tell you, the guy that I just watched, Ryan Van Duzer, he says he loves going uphill. But I ain't gonna lie, I don't love going uphill. He says he loves going uphill more than coming downhill, but I like the payoff from going uphill. I do like that. I like after I put in the work, that man, I get a chance to coast, and sometimes you just never know how long it can last. It could be a long coast, man. Sometimes it takes a long time for the ground to flatten out after you went up a long hill. And you get a nice long coast, man. And man, for me, it's nothing better than that. It's just, man, it's just a peace, man. To hear that tire chain clicking, hear those wheels turning, man. That wind blowing, depending on if it's a beautiful day, see that sun shining. And I always think, like, you know what? I wouldn't be experiencing this, man, if my car was still working today. Yeah, it's a convenience. Yeah, I can take my girls out, which I really do miss taking my girls out. I'll be like, man, you know what? I rekindled another dream I had. And I was like, man, I'm glad that when my car went down, I didn't get into a rut. I didn't start beating myself up and, oh man, I ain't got my car. I was like, no, God he gonna send me another car at the right time. But guess what? I need to keep going forward. And I keep on thinking how many times people tried to buy my bike, tried to buy my bike. And I was like, no. And it's been handy, but now it's really awakened a whole nother dream that used to be in my heart. So that's what I was saying, man. Stay open and keep doing things that you love to do, that you find fun. You never know when you're going to trip over some fun and find a purpose. So, hey, I like that. I'm going to write that down. Might have to do a Reset Sunday about that. Okay. So I thought that was pretty fun to share that video. Before I get deep into my videos, I do want to say, man, today was yesterday, because it's a new day today. But last night was the official start of the NBA season. Me and the girls, or most of us, are NBA fans. So, man, I'm happy to see the NBA back. Man, I love this time of year where we got NFL, American football. We got NBA going on. for those baseball fans out there, we got baseball going on. I'll probably be more of a baseball. I keep up with all sports, but when they put that pitch clock in, which I've been begging for years, I said if they want to get me to be a baseball fan, they're going to have to enforce that pitching clock. And they said they're going to enforce it next year. So they're going to probably have me watching some baseball. It should go a lot quicker. So with all that said, though, I'm real happy about this basketball season kicking off. Philly got beat by Boston last night, which I actually felt like they were going to lose that game. I knew the Lakers were going to get blown out. They messed up when they got Westbrook. Listen, hey LeBron, guess what? You messed up with that one, brother. My squad is going to start tomorrow night. The Grizzlies, Memphis Grizzlies. We start off against the New York Knicks, so I'm anxious to see that and just see the rest of the NBA kickoff in general. So, man, hey, it's good times right now, baby. Good times. So, with that said, I'm going to kick it to my first video. I had a few comments on, and it was biking across. That was my the video that I did in the name of biking for companion dogs. I named it biking through every neighborhood in Memphis, Tennessee, which it literally was. My foot touched every neighborhood in Memphis. It actually did. I saw my girl Venti on earlier today. I've been doing a lot of Venti reports, and I got another one coming up. I think I'm gonna do another one on, I don't know, maybe Friday, maybe Saturday. I'm gonna do another couple of live streams, one on Friday, probably one on Saturday. But tomorrow I got a special little video coming out, so I'm gonna put that out for Thursday. Now, my first video was biking. It was 7 to 9. And the only thing he said was great video on my bike ride through every neighborhood of Memphis. And I just want to tell you, 7 to 9, I appreciate you. Thank you. Much love, brother. That was a hell of a trip, man. It's crazy, man. Even through the pains of some of that trip, just the fatigue and stuff, it's amazing how when you come out of stuff that even, stuff that's hard for you to go through at the time, it actually makes you love it that much more. And that's how I felt after that bike ride. I was like, man, yeah, I was tired. It took me a day or so to recover, really a couple of days, really. And to be truth be told, it threw my whole time clock off a little bit. But guess what? It just made me love what I was doing that much more. Appreciate you, 7 to 9. The next video I got was I've answered this question a couple of times on stream, actually, but I'm going to answer it again because it's a good question that other people might need to know. But a good viewer named David, he asked a question on Worth Her Weight. Video I did, Worth Her Weight in Gold, where I was just talking about Saima. She's a big, thick girl. I'm talking about how you can get these big, thick companion dogs looking at the booty. You don't realize these girls are dead weight. They're a lot heavier than you think. You get you a big, thick booty companion dog, then guess what? You realize you may have a hard time picking her up, moving her around. But I did say in that video, if you can manage to move her around, believe me, it's going to be a lot you do like about them. Because, man, when you get to hugging on a thick companion dog, Lord, that's when they do pay their dividends. And I love hugging on me some Saima. I miss her right now. She's still my best girl to just be hugging on. But David asked me, what do you use to make your videos? Because your videos are crystal clear and 5 minutes long. Love your videos and love your girls. I didn't understand what he meant by 5 minutes long. I'm like, it's a lot of people with longer videos. I didn't know what he meant by that. But I just, I didn't want to go through all the things that I've done because I told you, man, like one day in the future, after I've accomplished some of my goals and just things of that nature, I'm going to sort of talk about what it takes to sort of, what I've done to sort of go along my path. But I just feel like right now I'm still growing. I don't want to talk about everything that I'm doing to take steps. I just feel like if you do end up getting to YouTube or whatever you're doing in life, it's just going to be small steps you got to take, right? And if you truly want to do it, you're going to start taking those steps. And I promise you, man, that's how you're going to know when you really want to do something. You might be like, no, what do I need to do? I promise you, when it's truly calling, you'll find the steps that you need to start taking towards that dream. But I just was a little vague. I just told him, hey, a lot of upgrades, because he says my videos are crystal clear. Go look at my videos. They haven't always been crystal clear. I've shot a lot of my videos, started out with my phone. And that's not a secret, started out with my phone and things of that nature. So I just say whatever way you can start out today, if you choose to do something like this, just start out. Do what you got. I said I started out with my phone, and that was the best way, for me to go. And I didn't say for me to go. I just said that's the best way to go. But I just said for me to go in this instance because I'm like, hey, whatever the best way for you is, you can start out on your computer. Who knows? I said, find a phone editor you like, and you'll be good until you buy a lot of new equipment. You see what I'm getting at? He said, thank you very much. My next video is worth her weight. I mean, ooh. No, my bad. My next video is Walmart run. Because I've been having a lot of people go back and watch some of my older videos, which I always appreciate when people go back and look at my older videos. It's always a joy to have people going back in my catalog, seeing where I've come from, seeing things that I've said before, because, it's my job to continue to produce content. And I do get a chance to go back and look at some older videos, but I don't get a chance to go back and look at all of them. But I stand behind so much of what I've said. I even think about how, as a person, we grow. Over time, there may be things that I grow with, and I might change on different psychological philosophies over time. I'm not sure when and where they may be. But when I talk about mechanical things and just growth with the dolls in general, those are things that are pretty much going to stay static over time. They aren't going to change, The way I felt, especially when I was growing up, with the dolls, and I'm still growing. But from the beginning up until now, those things are going to hold true, Although I may learn something different now, those videos exist so you can see how I was thinking as I was growing up, through this whole journey. 5 years from now, when I look back on this video, I might still be laughing because I'm gonna be like, wow, man, I've grown so much from even then. And today I feel like I've grown so much from the first day I got a dog. So it's nothing like growth, man. Nothing like growth. Nothing like growth. And no matter what dream you choose, it's gonna be a growth period. It's just gonna be how bad do you want it? And I do want to answer another question, because I don't know if I'm gonna get to it. I don't know if he's gonna ask it again. Let me see. Yeah, I think he asked it before, but he did ask a question before about how do you make a video longer on your phone? And I've answered it, but I answered again. A lot of times on these phones, man, you don't understand, your apps start saving all this storage, and it reduces the memory on your phone. And if you don't clear out your storage, clear the cache, clear out this old storage on your phone, use the device manager on your phone and clear out the storage, your phone will be saying it doesn't have any memory. And you'll go to shoot a video, and the video may be like, it'll shut down early. It may shut down after 30 seconds, 60 seconds, telling you don't have any memory. And I know I was confused about this happening to me one time. Like, damn, why is my phone not recording me? It used to record me for several minutes. Until I took it to the phone shop, and he was like, man, all your gigabytes taken up. by one app. It was like one app using 6 and 7 of my gigabytes. I'm like, dang. And I started managing that app. It was actually something I was using to edit my phone. It kept on backing my phone up with gigabytes, but I started clearing it out, clearing the space out, managing my phone on a daily basis. So if you're having a problem with memory space on your phone, that's what it is. You got to clear out, you got to keep managing those apps, because one of your apps or several of them could be taking up space and you don't know it. Let me see, guys. Okay, Stingray commented. I got a couple of comments I need to say. Stingray commented and said, sorry I couldn't make the power hour. This was on Spirit of an Adventurer. He said that he was like, sorry I couldn't make the power hour, but much love to you and all the girls. Will you be updating your channel banner to include the lovely Himawari song, which was a great question. I said, glad you caught up with the stream. I said, I will make a new banner in the future, probably when I get lucky number 7, meaning once I get probably my 7th girl, I'll probably update the banner. I said, but right now I'm not gonna update it every time I get a new girl, but maybe, once the family gets up to these certain numbers, like after 7, I'll probably update the banner once I get to girl number 11. Mr. says, because he was answering, he had left some comments that I did not understand. They wasn't making sense. And he came back to clarify. He was like, what I meant, he said this on this same video, and they both commented on my last Power Hour, Spirit of an Adventurer. But he said, what I meant is, if you gave me $1, because he was talking about the competition. If you gave me $1, he said, I'd make a vlog or shout out channel to inform the community from my point of view and give thanks back to Jay. And I appreciate you for that, mister. Then he said, I think it would be nice if that happened, if you have DAWs, if you give, I guess he meant if you give DAWs to other people as well. Which that's true. If it would be an ongoing competition. Every year I'd be looking to give $1 away. He said, I like you, but you have your vision, and well, it's nice to be able to cross-reference different opinions. I don't know what he meant quite by that, but he's right. I do have my vision, and it is nice to cross-reference different opinions. I hope he didn't think that I didn't like his opinions. I just didn't understand what he was saying that last time. Yeah, then he mentioned something about breaking the doll I didn't understand. He said if he got a doll, he would break it. And so he said the part about breaking the doll was an old conversations we had early on. You probably don't remember. Don't mind that. And honestly, once he just said that, I do remember him mentioning something about a doll breaking, but I don't quite remember what that conversation was about. And I'm great to remember conversations, but that one was sort of vague to me. I said, thank you for breaking down everything you said. I appreciate you, mister, for coming back. Because I asked him, I'm like, hey, mister, what are you talking about? I said, it was hard to make out all the comments last time. So I appreciate him. Let me see, check the comments right quick. Sheila Bell, Don King Army team member. She says, keep doing it, King. Yay. Thank you, Sheila Bell. Dr. MGTOW in the house. I ain't seen you in a while, man. He says, yo, man, good to see you. Good to see you too, MGTOW. Hope you're doing good with the new girl. Hope everything great, man. Ataya says, getting to the end of saving for my first companion dog. Oh, yeah. Felt like an epic relief. Oh, okay. Telling yourself you're almost there every day helps. Waiting to finally receive her next week. Oh, that's amazing. Congrats, Ataya. I hope you let me know when you get her. It's funny. I'm glad she said that. Because Ataya says getting to the end of saving for my first companion dog felt like an epic relief. Because I felt like this so many times in life, and I felt like this on my biking trip. you know, you'll look at, like I said, I did a video about it. I said, take a step. I said, because a lot of times you look at the end path, you look at the end of your destination, and you can get discouraged. I said, you can't do that. You just got to take one step at a time. And so that's what Ataya is basically saying right here. Hey, saving felt like it felt like he said getting to the end of saving felt like an epic relief. Telling yourself you're almost there every day helps. So that's basically the equivalent of just taking a step every day, taking a step. And he said, waiting to finally receive her next week. Or she said, waiting to finally receive her next week. I'm happy for you, Ataya. I'm really happy for you. God bless you. Jones Cajun Board Peanut Farm says, I support Jay. What up, Jones? I appreciate you always saying that. Jones says, Jay, who is your co-host tonight? This is Hima Ware. I'm surprised you ain't never seen her, Jones. Yeah, this is Hima Ware, my new girl, full silicone doll from Iron Tech, from their super realistic series, full silicone, 153 centimeter, man. My only full silicone doll in the house. I really have been loving this girl. And, I appreciate my viewers for working with me, because she's been sitting next to me for a long time now, for a good month now at least. She's been my premier girl. I've had everybody else sort of in the background giving them a break. And they've been out for almost 2 years. And I was like, you know what? I'm proud of this full silicone lady. I'm going to let everybody sort of have a break, let them sort of play the background. And then I do appreciate Iron Tech so much for sending me this woman. I wanted to just properly display her for a while, give her just due, and show my love to the company as well. So she's been out on display on the forefront for a while now. And honestly, her realism is honestly second to none. I really love her. And I look forward to, as I get other silicone girls, just to see, how she stacks up, because I do believe Iron Tech is a great company. And even as I come against companies that are not come against, but come in contact with dolls from other companies that are that I said to be more expensive, so to speak, I would love to see how their product sort of stacks up with Iron Tech doll's product, because the On It Iron Tech doll, I'm really a fan of that guy, because I believe he has his heart in the game. Yeah, he's a businessman. Yes, he wants to make money, but I love a person that has their heart in the game, where he truly loves what he's doing. And I haven't ever talked to this guy, but I will say I actually love the Honor at San Huey doll as well. He seems like he's a great guy, because he says, I love his saying where he says, man, I'm not even selling any dolls that have a removable vagina, because it's not real. It doesn't seem real. It's realistic. He says, I'm losing out on money by not doing that, but I'd rather sell a more realistic doll than sell a doll with a removable vagina. And man, I haven't met or talked to that guy, but there's another guy that I really like. Austin Steele, he said, man, it sounds like everyone getting their orders in. Might be just the head for now. What he say? Might be just the head for now. And I'm sorry for ignoring your advice, Jay, but your boy got his teeth for order placed. What you mean? So what, you got the head without the whole dog? Well, what's happening? Did you get the whole dog? What's happening? I don't know what you mean, Austin, because you confused me talking about getting just the head. Did you just buy the head, or did you buy the whole dog? I have no idea what you mean. Sometimes with not just us, but just us in general, even me, sometimes when we communicate in text, man, we don't be realizing that, man, sometimes it is hard to get the full context from it. And that's what happened with me and Mr., because he dropped like 2 or 3 texts, and I didn't understand what he really was meaning by each one of them. So I'm glad he did come back and clarify. Well, Austin, I pretty much understand him, but I don't know what. He confused me when he said, "Man, it might be just the head for now." He said, "I'm sorry for ignoring your advice, Jay, but your boy got his teeth for order placed," and I don't really know what he mean by that, because I know I was telling him
I said that, hey, I don't mind you getting her right now. I said, now for your space issue and your, your moving out desires, you may want to wait till you get settled and moved out. So that may be what he's talking about. But I was never really against you getting her now. I'm like, hey, the only thing that really to me stands in your way is your living situation, and who else you live, your family that you live with, are they gonna be freaking out about you getting another one? But I'm like, look, I know you ain't finna be getting 20 other dogs, and that's a dog that you really love. And I truly feel safe with saying that I believe that you can definitely like cap it off right there until you get into another place, and maybe in the future you may want something else. But I believe with the girls that you got, that I believe that you're gonna be happy for a while. So I don't really see anything wrong with you getting her right now and then getting whatever ever else you need. To hell with it. So now what he say? Okay. He said, just for now, I ordered the head, minor due to not having the room for a full fourth body. And also the head, all I could afford. Okay. Okay. Now, I don't know exactly what advice I told you about, because if you asked me about the head, I might have told you, hey, you might need to just wait to get the whole dog. I might have gave you that advice. And if I gave you that advice, I gave you that advice because, man, I just know for me, it'll be so hard constantly looking at that damn head in the house, knowing that I don't have the body. And I'm going to be honest. Now, I don't want you to start thinking like this, Austin, but this is just me. It's really, for me, it will be nothing I could really do with the head until I got the body. It ain't like I'm going to be just taking it out the box saying, ooh, we look at you, right? So in the back of my mind, I wouldn't want the head sitting around my house aging. Let's just say you don't get the body for another year. Man, I wouldn't want my head aging for a whole year and then I get a fresh brand new body. That's just how I think. Now, keep in mind, if you keep the head covered and stuff, it's not going to get any dust on it and stuff. When you pull it out, it'll be just like it's brand new. So what I'm saying is neither here nor there. Now, if you have that doll out 24/7, once again, it's not TPE. It's not going to be attracting dust and all this other stuff like TPE. So it's still going to be pretty much like brand new. I'm just saying it's just that mental human thing where you know that you may not have bought the body and the head at the exact same time. So it's just one of those things where you sort of, like say, it's just a human thing more than anything where you like, man, I don't want to be newer than the other. So I guess in my mind, I'm like, well, since there's nothing you can really do with the head, you might as well just wait till you can get it all. So I might have gave you that advice, and that you could be talking about that. And that's why I would have given you that advice. But at the end of the day, I think I would also tell you we're all different. Do what's best for you. If you cool with having a head, you feel like you ain't gonna freak out, it could serve as extra motivation for you to go ahead and get the body, since you do have it. So you know what? Look, do what's best for you. I give you advice, but at the end of the day, go with your heart. You got to live your own movie. I always say that. You got to live your own movie. And I know you say you don't have room for the body, but you know how I always think. I'd be like, man, yeah, you got the room. You could squeeze it in there. For me, the only reason you don't got the room is because, moms might not like you having an extra body part. I mean, not a body up in there. She might be like, hey, you got enough. But other than that, hey, I feel like you can still make it work. But let's keep rolling. It's fun to check in with the chat since I don't have a really long Dog King Power hour today. On my next video, looks like Black Zach checked in on my Walmart run video. And that's once again, I told you I don't have a car now. So the show has still been going strong, even without the adventure videos. And that's me taking my girls out in public, which I love that because you know, I love helping desensitize the public to this lifestyle. But guess what? I don't fret. God is going to provide transportation again soon. But until that day, I have a lot of more exciting educational videos to talk about, just living videos, just living with my girls and growing videos that I want to do, different product videos, different review videos. It's all type of stuff coming down the pike. I still want to get back to doing a dance verse video. I still I have more songs to put out. Got one and I still haven't got out yet. I'm still trying to get it out. And also, man, like I say, until I get my car back, I'm going to incorporate some of my biking adventure videos into the channel as well. So, hey, until I can get back out on my adventure videos with my girls, it's going to be plenty of other things going on. But let's see what's up with Black Zach coming on my Walmart run. Black Zach said, great video. That's all he said. What did I say? So I gave him the thumbs up. Appreciate you, Black Zach. Appreciate you, brother. Oh, okay. I missed something. I know I did. David commented on my video, Christmas with my headless companion dog. This is when me and Kat spent our first Christmas together. I love that video. But David said, I love Callie's son. She's beautiful. I would love to meet her and give her a hug. I'm glad you pamper her and spoil her. She's a beautiful dog and will always be my favorite dog to see in your videos. I watch all your videos and I love every one of them. I really appreciate that, David. I really do. I said thank you, and Callie would definitely give you a hug. And that's true. If I was to meet y'all, y'all would be welcome to give Callie a hug, man. And I said she's an amazing girl. And the truth is, man, like Callie is, always gonna just. I walked back there the other day. I saw her and Saima because I tripped because all of them are waiting to get their bath. I don't have any powder right now. I got to go get some powder. When I give them a bath, I got to powder them, but I haven't got the supplies yet, so I got to get that before this month up. But when I was walking back there and I saw them, I was like, Cal, I miss you, girl. I see her, and I see Saima and all of them, but even as more expensive and more high-tech girls into my house, I'm gonna always have that closer emotional connection to Callie. I don't give a damn. Even if I make love to somebody else first, or I'm gonna always love. I think just had that emotional bond with Callie first. So yeah, David or anybody, if y'all meet Callie, y'all welcome to get a hug. Let's see. Somebody named L something Fuego says, can I write a list on my videos, top vendors to buy from? This is a list I did 2 years ago when I first got in the dog game. And so that list got revised this year with my 2022 list. And I would just tell him or anybody else, hey, just rewatch the video and write down those vendors if you want to see those vendors from that time. But going forward, like I said, that list is going to change again in the next year. But I would say, hey, just go back through it and write down the video, write down the all the buyers, all the vendors that I have listed. And you can go by there, but you can really avoid looking for a vendor if you're looking for somebody to buy from, and that's you out there, whoever you are, by clicking on any of my recent videos and any of my videos going forward. You can see all of the vendors that are in my affiliates list. They're all TDF approved, Dog Farm approved vendors. They're legitimate. They all serve all high quality dolls, and they're in the description of my videos. It's about 6 or 7 of them, and you can find whatever you need in that list that I have. Now you can go outside that list and do your own research. It's a lot of other reputable companies as well, but if you don't want a headache, you don't want to think about it, you can just look at my list and be rest assured you're going to get a quality doll from one of my vendors, but you're also going to be helping the show out indirectly. So let me see what else we have here, because I didn't have that one written down. I don't know how I missed this one. But Mr. Powerbrain, he commented on a video I made called A Packed House. And he said, what? No more long lives? And I said, live streams are Wednesdays and Saturdays. And that's my guy, Powerbrain. I said, now I never know how long or short they'll be, because I don't. As far as my videos, they can be short or long or in between. I really never know how long they're going to be. I just try to get to whatever point I'm getting to on my videos. I don't try to elongate them just for the sake of doing it. And even with my lives, like tonight, hey, I see the list. It's not super long. I'm not going to be on here bloviating for 20 hours trying to force this stream to be longer than it should be. We're going to talk. We're going to get out of here. Guess what? We're going to live and come right on back tomorrow. So, and the reason I told him is Wednesdays and Saturdays, because he asked me that on the day that I don't normally do a live stream. It was in between Wednesdays and Saturdays. Now, of course, I've been doing live streams recently, and I'm going to be doing a lot of them coming up. I love it, and it's just something I want to take advantage of right now, just doing several of them. I've been liking my videos, but sometimes I just like to expound on things a little bit more. So I would tell him he's in luck, because I'm going to be doing a lot of live streams coming up, but only expect them on Wednesdays and Saturdays. That's what I would say. And I don't ever know how long they're going to be. Let's see. I love this one. I got this one 5 days ago from 3 Weeks. A guy named 3 Weeks. On my video called A Passionate Doll Owner. That's when I was talking about Iron Tech's owner and how he has a heart for the game. But 3 Weeks says, I'm definitely getting the Iron Tech doll. I've been checking out the realism of them, especially that Indian looking one is on my list. I gave him the thumbs up. It is, I can't lie, I've seen the TPE girl. I haven't seen it in silicone, but it is a TPE Iron Tech doll, Indian girl. I think that's the one he's talking about. She looks Indian, and I say this, I even want that head. Man, she is amazing, man. Iron Tech does a great job at giving you different looks as far as nationalities. They're one of the best companies that does that. That's why I say I'm happy to have an Iron Tech doll, because I used to look on the outside looking in and saying, man, they do this good, they do that good. And I was comparing them to older companies like a WM and different companies like, a Guy Nord and, just all these other companies. And I was like, you know what? Iron Tech looks pretty good. And they've proven me right. They're a good company. Frito Corleone saw my video called A Packed House. He said Jay is a poet. And A Packed House, that was just me saying that how much I enjoy, even though I don't always do it, having a lot of my girls out at once. I didn't really figure out a way to do it at first. I was like, man, I can only get like 3 girls on my bed. But I found out just laying them, and it's crazy I took this long to really do it like that. But I found out laying them sideways on my bed, even though their feet sort of hang off a little bit, I have a queen size. Even though their feet hangers off a little bit, I can get more girls on the bed. I can actually fit 4 girls on the bed with me. 5 without, but hey, I need somewhere to sleep. So 4 girls with me. But for the most part, I was sleeping with about three of them. And everywhere I turned, it was a girl. And I was loving being able to just turn over and hug whoever I wanted to whenever I wanted to. And that's why I said, man, that's one good thing about having multiple girls is once you get them set up and wherever you want them in the bed, whenever you do go to sleep, man, you can have a packed house. I love doing that video because even though I only have 3 girls, I only got 2 girls out now. I got Himawari and I got Asuna over there laying down. She's been laying down for, man, the longest. I've had her out for the longest and haven't had her in the videos. That's what I've been laughing with her. I was laughing with her today. I said, dang, Asuna, I sort of have kept you out of all the other girls because I'm going to get them their bath and then give her bath last. But I was laughing with her because I said, man, it's funny that out of all the other girls, you've been out this long. And I haven't even put you on video. So it's funny. But Frito Cordial says, Jay is a poet. That's what he said on a packed house. And I really appreciated him. I gave him the love sign, fist bump and thumbs up. Appreciate you, Frito. You know, I appreciate your support and you viewing my videos, man. Appreciate you. God bless all of you out there for the support. Dog Nation, my other Dog King Army team member who, like I say, we're in suspended animation right now. But he says 5 days ago, he says, it's funny you mentioned those squeeze snacks because he commented on my video Fast Forward. I don't know what I was, I guess I mentioned my cats on here. Oh, yeah. I think I was down there to get something for my cats. But Fast Forward was actually the first day that I actually got laid off my job, my day job. And I was talking about how, look, I may have been laid off my day job, but I ended the first day of the job that I want to do for the rest of my life. And that was this job that I'm doing now. He said, it's funny you mentioned squeeze snacks. My cat loves those squeeze snacks. I do got some squeeze snacks. What are they called? They call it squeezables. And my cats go crazy over them every evening. He said, my cats love them too. I get them at Dollar General too, the chicken ones. And I said, my cats love chicken and tuna because they go crazy over eat. I'm talking about they expect me to have them. I haven't had them in a couple weeks because they haven't been at the store. I still get them a treat. But whenever I get them those squeezables, that's when they go crazy. But that was all the comments on that video. Let me make sure I don't have any comments down here. MGTOW, he says, I love my Kazuna AI Automate doll so much. I want to order a Nezuko Komodo head. She's also so adorable. Do it. Get it, MGTOW. Hey, don't come here to get discouraged. I'm going to tell you to get it as long as you got room for it. And you should have room because you got rid of your other full body. Oh, Atalia says, I was wondering, have you had any negative interactions when taking your girls out? I intend to take my princess on dates, vacation. The only negative interactions I've got is from people saying I was crazy, all that type of stuff. You're going to hear people talk about you in some instances, but I've never had anybody walk up to me and I've never had anything negative because I just don't even try to draw that energy in. I always say that God's going to keep me protected and I'm not going to have to worry about anything crazy like that. The most is you're going to hear people talking bad about you. But I do say this, if you have a short temper, don't go out with your girl because you don't even want to be put in a position where you hear somebody name calling you and then you react. If you don't want to be name called, just stay in. It'll be better for you to stay in. I'm not saying that we all should just love getting name called, but I'm just saying, hey, it's a nasty world out there sometimes. Look, as long as nobody's trying to harm you, let them say what they're going to say and go ahead and go in your restaurant. People gonna talk about you no matter what you do. But other than that, that's all I've got, Atalia. I haven't had any other aggression. That's about it. And you can check some of my adventure videos. You'll see some people coming up to me, asking me about my religion and asking me my beliefs and questioning me about certain things, but that's about as bad as it's gotten. I know you got a lot of heads, MGTOW, but you still got more room because you got rid of a whole body. So you got room for one more head, and then guess what? You ain't got to get no more after that. I told you, don't come here if you want me to. Now, unless it's just junkie in the house, then okay, you don't get it. But if you can make room for one more little head somewhere, I say go ahead and get it. Where am I at? Black Zach commented on my Mother of the Dog King video. He said, cool, keep it up. Gave him the thumbs up. Thank you, Black Zach. Okay. Oh, okay, David. I didn't see he responded. Okay, didn't show it till I got up here. But he responded when I said he can give her a hug. He said, oh, thank you. Give her a hug from David. You and her are my biggest fans. I guess he was trying to say he's our biggest fans. Appreciate you, David. God bless you out there. I definitely give her a hug for you, man. When I get her back out good. And he asked me a question again on my video Size Matters, asking me about why he can't make longer videos. I already answered that question. What happened on here? Okay. That was David again. He asked the same question. I guess he was getting he was just trying to get clarification. He asked the same question again. Now I'm on a video that I love to make. That was the Venture Report featuring Leanne Starr. Oh Lord, just thinking about Leanne Starr get me ramped up. Like I said, I love my companion dog life, but like I said, I still do value the human woman. And Leanne Starr is such a beautiful, sexy human lady. If you don't know her, you can go find her on Instagram, Leanne Starr. She, I'm not a political guy, but if you're a staunch political person, she could, you could, if you don't agree with her views, you could get thrown off on that. But I think she's a strong woman, super duper sexy. I mean, unbelievably sexy. And she actually, like I say, I don't agree with everything she says, but I don't disagree with everything she says. I think she's a smart woman. She's a very interesting follow. And if nothing else, she is a great massage for the eyeballs. I guarantee you that. My God, got a great butt. Sexy woman. Blue CCG says, great live, King. Thanks, my friend. I gave him the thumbs up. Cheyenne the Great said, this would be my life as soon as I get my own place. I can't help but acknowledge the level of zen and peace you display on your videos, bro. I want that. And I told him, you are on your way, my friend. Hey, look. Hey, baby. You ain't got to want it. It's already in you. Just start claiming it, baby. Start making changes to your life. Believe that you got the peace that you're looking for. And it's going to be there. I guarantee you that. You're on your way. Even DAS, my dog King family brother, Dog King Army brother, he said, wow, man, she's a brick house. Super fine. Great stream, brother. I'm going to be honest with you, man. Leanne Starr, even now, she just does something to me. I don't know. That girl just, When I see her, she always make me, hey, look, I can't lie. Sometimes you just got to just shut up. I'll be like, ooh, she just do something to me. And like I say, I'm deep into loving my companion dogs, but that girl, she just has that old school ability to make a man say, I said, thanks, my friend. I love the dog life, but Leanne is an amazingly beautiful woman. And it ain't even just about her being fine. She just got that it factor. I know that. I know that girl right. Believe me. But I love me some Leanne Starr. That was I love doing that venture report and talking about her and her fine, sexy butt. I followed that up with a live stream about this other woman that I really love called Alex. She owns this company called HRH Collection, where she makes little jewelry for women and stuff. And they call her the rant queen because she always goes on rants. And I love me some Alex. She's amazing. And she's an attractive woman, but that's not why I did the stream. I literally did the stream because she's so interesting. It's so funny and so fun to watch. Like I say, if the average human man, if they turn on one of her streams, they can be like, oh, she talking chicken talk, and they'll turn her off before they give her a chance. But man, you got to give her a chance. Alex is amazing. She is funny, and I love listening to her. Sometimes you have to listen to the way a woman talks to get into the mind of a woman. That's another thing. You got to deal with it a little bit. But I love her. Peligula says, hey, girls, talking to me and the girls. Hazel Ross says, she is pretty and hilarious, but the high maintenance of this woman would be more than the Bentley she's in, because she always does her stream in the Bentley. I laughed and gave him the thumbs up. I will say this. Alex does seem like high maintenance, but I do love that woman. She makes me laugh. And Project Rambo checks in and says, hey, girls, I gave him a like, thumbs up. Moving right along. My guy Gerardo commented on my review, 153 centimeter review of basically Himawari right here, my Iron Take doll, super realistic series. Gerardo says, can they sit and cross their legs, or does the skeleton have a level of resistance when closing legs that doesn't allow it? I told him, I believe you can cross them, but I don't know how far you can do it safely, because I've seen legs cross on dolls. I'm the dog king. I know that's my name, but I promise you, man, my girls are so preserved. I don't really move them in a lot of these crazy positions. And I really haven't tried to cross their legs. I really haven't felt the need to personally. I'm gonna be honest with you. When I get to put my girls' legs close together, I don't really love the dynamic it presents. I believe it's possible, but I feel like when you start pushing them together and going to the point where you want to cross them, it's just a dangerous point where I could potentially get something out of place. I've seen plenty of companion dogs cross their legs, so I'm sure my girls can do it. But I do believe it's a limitation as to how far you can do it before you can pop a joint out or something. So be careful if you try that with your girls. That's something that I'm not quite ready to try with my girls. I don't really feel the need to do it yet. But if I ever do it, I will report on that. But I did tell him, like I say, I believe you can do it. I just don't know how far you can do it safely. Oh, Gerardo commented, he says, I was thinking of buying a Misa, I guess an Iron Tech doll Misa. He said, but today I looked at this doll, and the truth is that I was impressed by the realism of a 156 cup or E cup silicone head chubby Starprey doll. I don't know if he's the exact one he's talking about, but I have seen this chubby BBW Starprey doll, which I told you, be careful when you get these heavier dolls just from the size factor. But if he's talking about the one that I've seen, I like that chubby doll that they've made. It's a nice depiction of a BBW. I really do like it. He said it makes me forget about Misa, but the problem is that I can get Misa from a page in Spanish. He named a company I've never heard of. Then he said they claim to help with the import in my language. Instead, Starper are Canadian. I say this, man. Get the doll you want. Just go and get the doll you want. Hey, look, whichever one it is. If it's an Iron Tech doll, get it. If it's a Starper doll, get it. If it's another company, go ahead and get the doll you want. I just would never tell you to get the black market or eBay because I don't want you to get a low quality doll, that can break on you or get you sick. But other than that, I did the Iron Tech not to force people to get Iron Tech. It's because I have tested their product now, and I think that they have a great product, so you're safe to get them. But you can get whatever company you want. Like I say, even with Kimber doll, I love Kimber doll, and I know as an entry-level doll, you're not getting much better for the price. So that's why I champion them. I have a WM doll, Saima. Yeah, her leg twisted, and I don't love that. I do say I keep my eye raised at their quality control, but they are great companies. It seems from afar. They're not completely Dog King certified because they didn't send me the dog, but I think they're a great company as well. What I'm saying is I report on the dolls that I have, and then I talk about the dolls in general as far as, ones that I haven't seen, but I've done a lot of research on. Now, Starper, from what I've seen from afar, seems to be a good company. If you like them, I would say shop with them. If you want to get an Iron Tech, most definitely you can shop with them because I have the experience with them. But I always go with which one you want. Now, don't get a Misa if you know you want a Starpery. And don't let it be in from Canada stop you. I think they seem like a legitimate company. So, look, get whatever is on your heart to get, because when you get whatever you get, if you settle for something you didn't want, you still going to be thinking about the one you didn't get. Believe me. So just go ahead and get the doll that's on your mind. That's what I would say, because I don't think I've answered him that yet. Maybe I'll answer him now since I'm live. Hopefully he'll see this. I'm gonna tell him real simply. Get the doll. I'm telling him to get the doll that's in your heart. And I'm also telling him, Starper they seem like a good brand. They do, because like I said, I want a Starper doll. I'm gonna be honest with you. I want one eventually. I really do like Starper. Okay, I think that was it on that. Oh, we almost at the end here. Project Rambo said, "Hey girls," on that same video, but that was it. Let's see. Okay, I got a video. Iron Tech doll, a new look. My guy Frito Corleone on a new look. I was just talking about Iron Tech doll's new website, IronTech.com. They revamped the whole site. It's really one of the most beautiful manufacturing websites I've seen. A lot of times I go looking at vendor websites because I don't always say go straight through the manufacturer, but Iron Tech doll has a great site. They list all their vendors for you. If you want to buy from them, I always tell you can go through my vendors. You don't need to go through check that, but you can check that if you want to. I will say their vendor site is helpful from the standpoint of they tell you all their vendors, and you can sort of see what country you're in, and you may want to go with that vendor that's from that country. But they have an upgraded site, and it's beautiful, and there's a lot of good information on that site. So I would suggest you go check it out, and that's what that video was about, a new look. Frito Corleone says, talk to Winnie. Because during the video, I was naming out all the people that work for Iron Tech that they had on the website. And one of the people was a girl named Winnie Young or Winnie Yang. And I said that she reached out to me one day on social media a while back, months ago, but I didn't talk to her anymore after that. But Frito says, talk to Winnie. She communicated great and gives you huge discounts. So I'm assuming Frito got something through Winnie, which she sounded like an amazing person when I talked to her. Gerardo says, do they have realistic eyebrow or eyebrow hair, or is it paint? He was asking me about the Iron Tech dolls. I said, the hard silicone head option has real implanted hair if you get an Iron Tech doll. And most companies with the hard silicone head, they have implanted hair. Now, I can't speak for every company, but most of the time when you go with the soft silicone head, you can't get implanted hair. And I'm not saying it's not a company that has figured out how to do it, but from what I know, when you go TPE, you really don't have that option of implanted hair. And that's with any company. Okay, what else we got? Okay, I already covered that comment from Gerardo. Uh-oh, I think that might have did it. Yep, that did it, y'all. I finished all the comments from all my videos. I told you it was going to be a quicker, a bit of a quicker run through today. And it's no problem. And it may be a quicker power hour next week as well. I'm not sure. But I'm doing a lot of live streams. And like I say, when I'm communicating with you during live streams, I appreciate you when you, let's just say you watch the live stream and you come back and you want to drop a comment for me to, touch on. I'll appreciate that. But I do understand a lot of times I communicate with people during the live stream and they may not leave quite as many comments. And that leads to a shorter power hour. No problem. Guess what, baby? We doing this thing day in, day out, 24/7, living the dream. So guess what? Hey, we do what we have to do for that day. And guess what? We move on to the next. And I think I got a couple of good shows coming up because I got a special show coming up on Thursday I'm going to drop. I really love this show that I'm going to drop. Now, that's going to be a video. Then Friday, I'm coming back with a power hour. I think that's going to be a nice little subject matter. And you know what? I think that I figured out something else I may want to talk about. So I'll probably do a live stream about that subject Friday. And then I come back with a venture report on Saturday. That's probably what I would do. So with all that, let me check these comments before I get out of here. Oh man, Italia, what you talking about? He said, Italia Bachman says, he living as a trans woman, I've heard it all, but it's reassuring to hear. I was trying to think. I don't know what she was talking about. I don't know exactly what I was saying when you was talking about Italia, but I know I was trying to get it right. I kept on trying to say I was saying she. So I'm hoping you want to talk. I'm hoping you want to talk about me because I was trying to do right. I respect you in every way, and I appreciate you being here. You know that, Italia. Blue CCG says, good evening, Dog King. Blue CCG, Dog King Army team member in the house, baby. We dormant, but we still alive, baby. Hey, good to hear from you. He said, well, morning. Exactly. Look, hey, good evening, good morning. Hey, it's the first thing in the morning, but like I said, I understand the confusion because when it's still dark outside, us humans like to consider that still nighttime. MGTOW says, I got to go, take a nap, then hit the gym. Have a good one. Thank you for stopping by, MGTOW. Random the Damon says, Dog King. What up, Random? Good to see you, brother. But yeah, I don't know exactly what you was talking about. But whatever I said that was reassuring, Italia, that makes me feel good. I love that you here. I love everybody that's here. God bless you. It's been a hell of a nice power hour. It's been a quick one, quicker than normal. But the whole thing was, Italia says, about negative comments. We're here now. Oh, perfect. Yes. Okay. So let me read that again. He, living as a trans woman, I've heard it all. Perfect. So I figured you was going to say something like that, and I'm glad that you did. Now I understand that comment because I figured that you had to deal with people trying to say negative things. And guess what? You develop thick skin. So I was thinking to myself, like, you know what? She gonna be able to handle it because guess what? She's heard negativity before. And once you've dealt with a little bit of that mess, you realize sticks and stones ain't gonna break your bones, baby. It ain't finna ruin your day. Guess what? It ain't look, I tell you, it ain't gonna stop you from being fine. Look, from you, hey, look, you gonna draw who you need to draw in. And whoever you don't draw in, guess what? You won't draw them in. So hey, look, I like it. Stay positive. It's all gonna work out. But either way, it's been a quicker power hour, and that's fine. Hey, I've enjoyed it. God bless you for tuning in. Whatever you're hoping for, wishing for, like I say, me and the girl said you already got it. Whether that's health, whether that's the right relationships, whether it's a raise at the job, increase in finances, whatever you're wishing for. We praying that you already got it. We appreciate you for tuning in. Thank you for spending your time here with us. It's valued. We really appreciate you. Hey, guess what? If you haven't already, look, we'd love for you to hit that subscribe button, baby. Hit that like button. Share, spread the news to your friends. Guess what? This the Dog King, channel where we do talk about the Campaign Dog lifestyle, but this is also a life channel where we talk about life and growth and all type of things, because like I say, my dogs, my Campaign Dog lifestyle may be the root of the tree. That is the main subject of this channel. But the tree branches go out in a whole bunch of different ways. We talk about life and just living and adventures and spirituality and just all type of stuff, man. Sports, fun things, the human woman. So, hey, let your friends, family, whoever know that this channel is a lot more than meets the eye, baby. But we ain't gonna never shy away from the Campaign Dog lifestyle being the head of the table. So with all that said, we finna check out stage left. Let you enjoy your Wednesday. We appreciate you being here. Have a good one. It's been great. Blue CCG says, no. Mick Ty says, gotta go. No. Okay. I'm done with the comments, so I'm always fully caught up. So with all that said, guys, it's been a damn good one. And it's been me, J. King Hefner, and the beautiful Himawari Ray. We are out. Enjoy the beginning of the NBA season, man. Hey, guess what? Got football coming up Thursday. Look, packed house, baby. But we finna get the hells up out of here, man. We finna get the hells up out of chill. It's been another good one. Look, you never know how long it's gonna last. But hey, you better enjoy it while it's going on, baby. And that's what we try to do. Adios, mis amigos. We out.